I remember there was a time in my life that someone said, well, if you don't like being around you, how would anyone else? And I went, oh, okay. Because I didn't. I was like, I don't want to be alone, right? I don't want to be alone with these thoughts. I don't want to be alone with what's going on inside this head right now. And somebody reflected that back to me. They said, if you can't be alone with yourself, and if you don't want to be alone with yourself, who else would want to be with you? And I'm like, it's a really gosh darn good point, right? And so I took a lot of time to learn, how to get to a place where I really could be by myself. Number one, kind of started there. And then after I could be by myself with my thoughts, right, and be okay with it, right, and not want to crawl out of my skin, then all of a sudden it's like, oh, wait, actually, I might prefer this. Then you have to have a nice, healthy balance, right? But it's like, okay, now I love being by myself. I enjoy being by myself, right? But this is the game of self-love. And so people talk about self-love, and I love a good bubble bath, and I love a good, whatever your jam is, whether it's candy, champagne, exercise, or yoga. Like, I love all of that for self-care. I think it's all necessary, right? Like, I have a list of self-care things that I book every month. But there's also another layer to it, right? Like, do we really, really honor, appreciate ourselves, and make ourselves the priority that we would make if we were engaged to someone about to be married, or when we're married to someone who is now our spouse? We of course need to honor and care for the other people in our lives, but we can't forget ourselves in that equation. And that's what we do so often, that is the missing link. We forget ourselves in that whole equation.